$100,000 dead. I'm going to repeat this. The news is severely undermining the number of people dead right now in those four countries: Spain, Portugal, Britain, what else I say? And the other, whoever it was. 100,000. I'm going to give y'all the real right now. I'm doing the research. I'm going to go back and continue reading the story. This is real I'm getting it from the source. Keep this out. They saying that the bodies that they are recovering from the dead, right? From the dead folks, right? They are not just dead. They are, it's like, okay, I'm like this, right? This is bad, human, they said that when they died from the heat wave, it's so hot. I'm going to tell you the temperature in a minute. It's so hot.
We're not human. These beings are human. Okay? We are light beings.
When they finding the bodies, they like this, but all of this is sunk in and evaporated as though you've been dead for like 100 years.
Human is sub-man, something like a man, but not a man.
People are scorched. Listen to me. These people ain't just dying. Their bodies are being eviscerated. The flesh inside of them. I'm telling you, listen to me. The temperatures that they are reporting right now are 105 to 114 degrees in some countries. They are not giving you the accurate temperatures. I'm here to tell y'all, and I got your back. It's 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. People are literally over there cooking. They're being smoked slowly. This is rotisserie style. The news is not fully reporting the accuracy of the temperature. And I'll tell you why. They're not reporting the accuracy of the numbers dead, and I'm going to tell you why. They're trying to avoid mass panic in Europe. See, there's far more people in Europe. When you combine all of them, 40, 50 countries in Europe, right? 100 countries, some shit. Imagine you telling them the truth on the news. There's 100,000 people dead from Sunday to today is Monday. Today is Monday. You hear me? What is it? 17, 18 is Monday. Yesterday was Sunday, today is Monday. And I'm posting this video. And it's over 100,000 dead from Sunday to Monday because of the heat. And the news media is telling the people, lying as usual, 2,000 dead. And here is the part where I don't want anyone to get misconstrued. There's not a single person of color that has died from this. Here's the problem. I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to try to make, in order to prevent the non-melanated people from panicking and making it feel like it's them, they're going to come out with a story, right? And they're going to say, oh, we got some black sisters died from the heat too. They're going to have people doing all the acting in it. I'm going to tell you why. I know. I did 11 years in the penitentiary straight. And I'll tell you, it got so hot in the cells that the paint was melting off the walls. And they had Stateville, Pickneyville, Shawnee. I've been to some more Robinson, Centralia, Dixon. a judge. I'm just saying, it's over 100,000 dead in Europe. They are inaccurately, and they are intentionally inaccurately reporting the news about what's actually going on. I told y'all this was the I ain't saying the world won't get this is, but this is Monday. It's 100,000 dead. The news is underscoring it. Hey, you know they ain't never gonna tell you the accurate number. I'm gonna get the accurate numbers. Not a single person of color has succumbed to death from this heat. First off, the places that they in. We ain't even there like that. 100,000.
Ukraine. They woke up 4 o'clock in the morning. They were scared. They went outside. Boom. You have all this. It looked like stars falling from the heavens. Now, give me a second. Let me just play. But one thing I tell you, this is not some good stuff. Absolutely not good. Not some good stuff here, guys. What's going on in Donetsk? It seems like what might have happened. I got some more videos. Some updates of what's going on in Donetsk. Oh, whoa! It's raining fire! Oh.
The things we did, and the things we fought for, and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell.
Thierry on Twitter wrote that everyone who touches Zelensky resigns, which is interesting. After failing the UK at every opportunity to serve globalist interests, Boris Johnson resigns as Prime Minister, to which the Russian Kremlin expressed good riddance. Italian Prime Minister Mario Draghi, who helped deliver Italian weapons to Ukraine and rallied support for Ukraine's entry into the EU, announced his resignation. Last month, Estonian Prime Minister Kaja Kallas expelled the populist center-left Center Party, claiming that she needed to form a new government to support Ukraine in their war against Russia. And on Thursday, Kallas officially resigned as a formality to form a new government, which he has already reached a consensus between the center-right Reform Party, the Social Democrats, and the conservative Fatherland Party to form a new three-party government to support Ukraine. And Sri Lanka's president, Gotabaya Rajapaksa, who supported the Ukraine despite sanctions crippling his own nation, emailed in his resignation after fleeing the country. Beyond resignations and beyond meet and greets with Ukraine's puppet President Zelensky, we have also just seen the assassination of popular anti-globalist leader Shinzo Abe and the dramatic loss of confidence expressed by the people towards Macron, Trudeau, and Biden. What is happening here? On Celia Farber's The Truth Barrier, Catherine Austin Fitz explains that we are seeing a clean-out or political castration of leaders. Draghi, Johnson, Biden, Macron, Abe. Their political capital is exhausted, and or they will not push the next wave aggressively. Mr. Global is looking to bring in a whole new round of fresh, meaner leadership. The next wave is total collapse. And it's not easy to find people willing to be the fall guy for the destruction of a nation. It takes a special type of person, which might explain why California Governor Gavin Newsom visited the White House right after Joe Biden was shuffled off to Israel to mumble about the Holocaust. Biden is even unsettling to the stupid, and this entire operation requires stupidity. So things are going to keep getting stranger, but it probably won't last much longer. because the global financial reset is now imminent. Sri Lanka was just the beginning, and it looks like South Africa could be next, followed by everyone. The fiat fractional reserve banking scheme has been robbing the people blind for decades, but eventually all the money runs out. And the financial pundits are all saying it's this year. The dollar has just reached parity with the euro, and fudging the numbers will no longer work. They have only one solution left, and that's war. War has often been used to save failing fiat currencies, and having no other options, the psychotic bureaucrats in charge will go to war with Russia, which will only hasten the financial collapse of the West. If it comes to World War III, then it will be the final death blow, making way for a new system. Which means that unless you're holding on to real money, you will soon be broke, because all that paper in our wallets and numbers on our screens is going to soon be worthless.
The mass formation psychosis is strong over the United States. This is the liberal world order foisted upon us by our self-serving occupier-in-chief, globalist tool, and New World Order zealot, Joe Biden.
The affirmative task we have now is to actually create a new world order.
And as the Constitution, ignoring occupier, continues to split the country by feeding it into the clutches of Marxism.
At a time of record inflation, and as new polling this week shows that 85% of the U.S. public thinks the country is going in the wrong direction. How do you explain this to those people who feel the country is going in the wrong direction, including some of the leaders you've been meeting with this week, who think that when you put all of this together, it amounts to an America that is going backward?
They do not think that. You haven't found one person, one world leader to say America's going backwards.
As bad as the tyranny was in 1776, in many ways, as I say, it's worse now in 2022 because the far left, unfortunately, is taking control over the five major megaphones of our nation, meaning the media, entertainment, academia, and of late, science and medicine.
And people don't realize what they have. They bitch about it. And then nowadays, I am so upset that the things we did and the things we fought for and the boys that died for it, it's all gone down the drain. Our country's gone to hell in a handbasket. We haven't got the country we had when I was raised. Not at all. Nobody will have the fun I had. Nobody will have the opportunity I had. This is just not the same. That's not what I want. That's not what they died for.
The walls are closing in on the remaining 932 days of Biden's occupation, with an approval rating of 39%, as a Harvard CAPS Harris poll survey found that 71% of respondents do not think Biden should run for a second term. And as inflation reaches a record 40-year high, stock markets posted the worst first half of a year in over 5 decades, while the failing Social Security system is set to rise in 2023 by 11% due to the cost of living. Meanwhile, Biden mumbles about carving out the filibuster in order to codify Roe versus Wade into law.
Congress is going to have to act to codify the Roe into federal law. As I said yesterday, the filibuster should not stand in the way of us being able to do that. But right now, we don't have the votes in the Senate to change the filibuster at the moment.
But the occupier-in-chief faces a midterm pummeling, making it impossible for his dictatorship to continue to thrive.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated.
What do you say to those families who say, listen, we can't afford to pay $4.85 a gallon for months, if not years. This is just not sustainable.
This is about the future of the liberal world order, and we have to stand firm.
How long is it fair to expect American drivers and drivers around the world to pay that premium for this war?
As long as it takes. So Russia cannot, in fact, defeat Ukraine and move beyond Ukraine.
Harry Truman famously had on his desk a plaque that said the buck stops here. Joe Biden seems to have replaced that plaque with instead the phrase the buck stops with Putin.
That translates to European Council for Nuclear Research, but has since moved on to studying particle physics. And even though they invented the internet in 1989, they are most famous for their 666 logo, a video of a woman being ritually sacrificed on CERN grounds at the altar of Shiva, the Hindu god of destruction, and for potentially destroying the universe.
It's crazy. We are searching for answers. We are searching for the truth. Welcome. In a world that is crazy, we are searching for answers. We are searching for the truth. In a world that is crazy, we are searching for answers. We are searching for the truth. Welcome to the Truth Zone.
It's a driver of actual emissions because climate change creates instability, which creates insecurity in some places, and you can end up the fighting in Syria started really as a result of a drought, and so it can actually drive military missions and force the military to become involved in places and at times where they wouldn't have had to otherwise.
Everything that we have warned you about is coming to pass. Biden is set to declare a climate emergency soon. Apparently, he has backed off from declaring it for now. But if and when this does happen, this means that he, or I should say the government, can ration your electricity, shut down farming, seize farmland, halt any fossil fuel production, ban fracking, oil exports, and suspend leases. This is all a part of the Great Reset agenda. This is all a part of their agenda where they want you to eat bugs and be happy. This is all a part of their agenda where you will own nothing and be happy. Definitely some wild times that we are in, and I hope that you all have stocked up on essentials, food essentials, like noodles and beans and rice, and even getting food crates and things of that nature, because things are only going to get worse. Now, obviously, as we know, Biden...
Peter. month of August will be here in about a week, and I'm on high alert about it for multiple reasons. One reason is because my father, he said, look towards this year in July and August. Another reason is because they're supposed to be placing even more restrictions on water by the middle of August. And I was trying to find the video where I heard it, but I could not find it again. And then additional reasons are my sister and my wife having dreams about us being moved to a different location, and also the nation's military coming in and trying to attack us or whatever. My wife also had another dream about a graduation, which could point to an exodus, which is one of the things that my dad said could possibly happen in this July and August. But another thing that hits me is that graduate as in escalate, meaning things get even worse. So the heat get even worse and the water shortage get even worse, but the catastrophes and everything that's happened on this earth, the judgment getting worse. So things amplified as though it's on a whole new scale. It graduate. And lastly, there was one more dream where a voice spoke and it said the date August 9th. So I'll be looking towards August 9th, but each day in general. But I'll keep an eye out, especially for August 9th as well as the middle of August, because the 9th is close to the mid-August anyways. So this is just a heads up for you to keep watch, family, so you can hopefully stay prepared and stay prayed up. And I want to say all praise to the Most High God for everyone who showed support and shared their love through the comments in the other video, and who continue to show their love and support through the comments. And also, I want to say all praise to the Most High God of Israel, to those who support and take care of their priest family through their donations of their hard-earned income. All praise to the Most High God for you. Love all of you. Shalom. This is Rap Son.